and have that Viper contact battle.
Bane hears all the noise, including the stimmy. Doesn't choose to use the C's nice and early here. It's a big tool to try and delay this one as well. He actually gets it a little bit too early, but there are, Crunch online now. Triggering that play. It's a nade into the corner, and Shy isolated. Push back TPs on TPs. Crew want nothing to do with it. But the molly is preemptive. Drops them down, including a smoke in their face. Mako has locked them well out of that site.
Perfect play so far from DRX. But now, as Crew reset,
they're going running around the world.
They're not going to know exactly where people like Flashback are. And they're not going to know that it's a 4-player stack, but Crew are much more grouped up.
Walking around here, just onto the corner, expecting that re-clear, but crouched up. The bullet's just not quite landing. Only the one for Flashback. Melzer, nice and pretty, still with that shower's control. Buzz, it's a level of awareness there for him.
And this is good. This is a nice read here from Melzer. When Flashback dies, you're expecting Crew to accelerate into B. That's where the defenders go.
Buzz seeing signs of life down for a short. Foxy9 over the top there with the Dizzy as well. Forces Melzer out into that fight, crouched up. Heat, he removes Buzz. No longer a problem into this round, but a spike has also been dropped down. Tap from Heat, seeing if there's that second wave of things. Again, out wide and open. Not enough of the movement, and time now is thoroughly against him. MTA, a lot to do in this spot. Forced to at least get the kills or stick, but it's an impossibility. DRX have played that one to perfection, despite... There's some emotion. Okay. And it sets up the economy nicely for DRX. Catching the players out towards B long here. Crew are grouped up, or 4 of them. Orb in the face though makes it nice and difficult. Nice from the perspective of DRX, not willing to give them too much ground.
Just trying to piece off the map, portion by portion. See if they can build up to large ultimates. Normally you're going to see the attacking team want to build up their Thrash first. It's the one that tends to come online.
Take a little bit of a TP here, straight into the open arms of Bane. That is a lovely adjustment. A lot to overcome there, even if they are eco kills.
That might let him catch up to Heat's ultimate.
Yeah, shows that he's on point with it. Large part of this composition that Crew are running, it relies on the ultimates to try and generate fast execs that can't really be stopped by anchoring players.
And they don't really have one. They're going to be heading into round 3. Heat's the closest. And that Nightfall...
It's good, even on a full buy.
Find you.
Pulling out through the smoke, Bane. It's broken, so there's some acknowledgement for him.
And that sends Buzz... He was playing a float position in spawn. It sends him more towards the A site.
Flashback would love any of these Crew players just to walk straight into him, but nobody's budging right now. Crew making sure that they try and play that slow siege. That's a walk up, and I think just a pre-fire into the corner as the orb was coming up, but hard to tell. Shido.
They may have got the timing wrong.
It's a massive kill.
As you said, Flashback has his orb over there, but Foxy9 looked like he was caught out in the open. Have to see that one in a replay. Kesnit still with a huge amount of patience, knows there's a serious chance that there's a shotgun on the other side of this.
You have to expect it.
But also at some point, you're probably going to want to go in there and you're not going to have initiator utility.
Try and use a nade to rebound, but depends how deep he'll bank it. Flashback could still be alive.
And you don't know which side he's on.
Exactly, so it's a lot to clear here. Buzz sees a lot of them. Signals now for the wall to go straight back up, and so does the Dizzy. It actually does connect into the tube. Is that Crew going to be sending it forwards? The go button is hit ever so slightly here. There's a lot of util being used. Again, it's disjointed, but that's partly because you see the molly's already been placed down as well. So Crew being stunned with only 15 seconds left, and this has bought time for DRX. They've got players into the spot and a position, and Kesnit just goes for the widest space in the world to clear it. Doesn't work out. Still alive onto the corners. Molly at their feet. They can't step over it. They can't get access to it. Jumping around, making a mockery of the round. DRX are converting this bonus. I think there's pieces to the puzzle that are missing here for Crew.
I agree.
If you're playing the attack side, you have to pull out the mollies, snake bite, mosh pit, whatever it might be, but any sort of that stall util in every capacity as well, because it's going to deny the plant, it's going to deny you even being able to go into these execs. And you're going to be tested in that space. We've been talking a lot about kind of mentality with these teams, especially because DRX got slapped around, dismissed on map 1. It immediately was answered back on Abyss with a rather tilting tech pause for KRU. And right now it seems like DRX haven't slowed down from that map 2 here. This is a very committed off angle. Keznit is quick to respond there, and he's good with the movement on top of it still. With Shy dropped, they're getting themselves into the site. So Nightfall scatters its way across, does connect onto a multitude of targets, but Bane is not to be pushed back and away here. Tries to at least offset his movement enough to survive, but he's going to be dropped in the process. Now through onto the side, MTA planting, Moshpit and Snakebite rebounding, but it's a little bit too late there. Just missing the mark, so still getting into that plant. He's for the post of it. KRU. Rifles in the hands, Melzer spotted out, and spam through the box will do the job. It's methodical here by DRX. Take their time with most of this here. MTA only with the Sheriff to work with. He would have to hit a miracle shot, including the Sheriff in the hands of MTA, but it's just not happening. Peeking around. The wingman taps that first point of the fuse. They know exactly where Heat is. He's going to be not long for this world. And the fuse is completed. Slightest amounts of danger there in the round, but still they want to see if they can dispel that narrative. Deep orb is used here by KRU. Shy zone. Feels like they could be walking all the way up here past that orb.
Trying to control the B orb as well and make sure that that's not something that a player like Keznit could take away and get his showstopper online. You see that DRX are trying to control both of the alt orbs. Stop KRU from getting those active.
Orb's
Orb's going to have to be dropped as well. KRU looking like they want to try and lurk potentially up through A short. Got to save some fuel in the tank for that one, for the wall to be up and abound. And this is a classic from KRU. They love to contact into these plays, but again, might be to their own demise.
Buzz is getting called back to the A site. He's the player with a showstopper and nade and blast packs. It should be very difficult to get plant down, even if KRU exec short.
Wall up. We're waiting for that timing. Now the util is going to be following up past it. Up and over. Doesn't clear out Mako though. There's nothing for a showstopper in the hands. It's returned there and a swing off from the side. Bane still alive and kicking, but will fall in the end. That's Heat to drop him. Shower's control is going to be given up and lost. A flank timing here by Flashback. Out and around. And a full avoidance of lamps. KRU wanted nothing to do with it, so they didn't give up their lives to the judge here. A lot is going to be resting on the shoulders of Flashback, who we're watching right now, but slipping past. Here's the footsteps. Running around, got to wait for this wall to drop as well. He's going to be given the easy kill. Yes, he is. And DRX, they make sure to swarm. It's disciplines, and an ult in the back pocket of Foxy9 will basically seal it up. Checkmate at that point.
DRX with another very nice defense round over towards A. And that's after KRU got...
Point to make out, I think, as well, just how much DRX are controlling the tempo. They're not getting sucked into these fights. Map 1 was them honestly losing their cool. They looked frantic.
Yeah.
I think they were getting sucked in constantly to try and take duels. DRX really going to be tested, I think, in this instance. This is a lot of players up into their face, but again, the judge and hearing it, nobody wants to step past it. Mako spam down Heat. He has answered back, finally. Onto the board there with those 2 kills. A peek from Keznit, lucky to be alive.
They still haven't used Thrash or Showstopper. Here comes the Thrash.
Now going to be used to not even take much space, just in case it peaks most of it, but they already had control of lamps. MTA will pick it back up for another go of things. Shy still sitting. Tucked himself away into showers, one of the best chances they've had in a long time. Wait a second, util is used, combined attempt. Keznit showstopper has to use, at least to offset that one. Bane, he's sticking it, and it's not spammable for Shy into the spot. Off onto the angle again, he knows that there's a chance, and it's 1 out.
Comes down to a 1v2. Squeaky bum time.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well. Probably getting that connection as well, just from the trail, the haunt up and over. That was used a little bit earlier.
Yeah, the haunt over the top there's a nice one. It's one that DRX uses as well. Often can set somebody up to take B-long control, but DRX are trying to lock that spot down.
Yeah. Never a lot of control over the map right now as well. Doubled up onto B-long, an op in the hands of Buzz so he can watch this Shower's position and angle.
Both teams running their Viper Orb on B-long there, contesting for space, but it's a fake from KRU. The group up, called from Melzer. He has orbital strike for post-plant. If they can just get this plant down, again, they should be in a nice spot. Oh,
Util here might even be choosing to use this one. No, cancels the call here. It's a Nightfall now that's going to be used by DRX. This is a respawn that catches on to absolutely everybody. And all sound cues are deafened. Crew are working partially in the dark. The tap, MTA is looking for that response out. Orbital strike is used, but into the wrong spot. There's absolutely nobody waiting there. Dizzy around and about. It's Crew trying to fight tooth and nail over the spot into Lamps, but they still don't have this plant down. There's 22 seconds left. Time escaping them. The hourglass running dry. MTA fully committing and tapping onto, finally committing into the spike, and there is that reinforcement. Side by side, Kesnit joining into the fight. Putting down any sort of position at DRX. They were fronting. Trying to take it, but they do have that showers control still.
Snakebite to clear Lamps.
It's going to be the important elements here. Buzz has already picked up one, but it's already equalized. Nade into the hands, Kesnit. Util out and away. Movement by Bane, almost enough to isolate. Still, players are dropping. Crew, another chance, and it's grasp. They didn't invest into it.
Pit down towards short. Heat with the ult to try to clear it, if they wanted to. Instead, Crew taking a lot of showers control. They might even try to backwards Nightfall here. Set up that trail and have, you know, Melza clear flashback from short. There goes Buzz early on.
That's a beautiful shot.
I think you can still commit A here. Flashback is now under so much pressure.
Yeah, he's worried about players potentially lurking up right behind him.
A fade ult into the pit from showers would go crazy.
Foxy9.
What have they got to do with it?
Yeah. Yeah, not too much.
They didn't make champs.
Jump spot. Out of Nightfall. Going to be committing this one over towards the back of the site. The nade as well. Foxy9 so damn low, just about. Wriggles himself round to the corner, but that's both Snakebite and Mosh Pit that's expended. 44 seconds left. Crew in danger of running out of time here. And already with those sound cues cut away as well, they are making their way through. That is rapid. Kesnit, he is leading the charge for his team. Flashback worried as well, still trying to maintain control and his composure. Towards A short, buying DRX a bit of a wink on as well, but the plant is down. Starting to tick away. Kesnit also with that showstopper.
Nobody can really wrap through. Oh, I was going to say no one can wrap through short, but now Flashback hit down. These players can try.
They're trying to bait them in here. Flashback only for the one still alive though.
The defuse!
No way, Bane! He sticks it!
More layers there. They just thought the Raze ult had done the job. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Disaster time for Crew. Squandering those rounds that should have been easy. Mako is already plays up in front of him. The contact play again works out for Crew. Kesnit not pushed back in a way here. Dizzy over the top. Inside the smoke though. Buzz, he's hiding. Rebound with the nades. Going to be landing and does deny that plan. There's a nade and a mosh pit all going to be used for Bane trying to help him out. Doesn't fully commit into the fight at the front of the site. He's just about wiggling his way through. Damage is excellent, but still Melza there with a trade. Foxy9 instantly back and at it again. Kesnit, he's here. It's a three-piece for it. Nade rebounds, flashback abound. This guy, there's no safety in terms of anywhere that he can stand as that solo play, and they give it up. Crew, got nothing to do with this.
And because he has to be worried about Shy and Showers, Flashback there had to very diligently clear the angle. He couldn't just sprint over towards B and make it a foot race. This is looking like a save.
Yeah.
Credit's not good. Crew is starting to get a bit of a toehold, let's say.
Yes.
On Bind. It's not a full foothold yet.
No, it's precarious.
But 6-3, working their way back in. At least getting into good post-plant situations like they were in the previous round, even if they mess it up. I'm wondering, though, how many rounds Crew actually need. We have no idea how good their defense is going to look. Yeah. This map, again, to remind the viewers, this is their perma-ban that they floated in order to get rid of Ascent, Icebox, DRX's, in my opinion, two best maps. If Flashback takes contact, you sand crunch. It's very solid. They've got big ults in this round too, DRX.
Still a half buy though. Making sure they save money for the remainder rounds.
Crunch
Peak is there. There is a possibility to crunch.
Not yet though.
No, players are sitting there. They backing around. There's a lot of util being used by Crew. Here it is, time to strike. It's being held by Crew. Watch onto that one, but it doesn't matter if he's holding it. He's not ready for this. Foxy9, he's straight back at them. Drops two, and Mako's right there too, alongside it, just watching that A-short avenue. Heat alongside MTA, last two alive for KRU. They were not expecting that one. Again, it comes down to comfortability onto the map. Are they aware that somebody's here into the TP?
I'm not sure they are.
Rifles flicking around there. They're wondering about it. They're looking
They seem
the
like,
way.
yeah, they know there's some level of danger. All Flashback has to do, though, really, is stay alive.
Yeah, he does. And he's going to be the nuisance player now. Wingman's out through and a wide, and the Dizzy can't really see absolutely anything here, but it leaves it again just out of heat. It's a 1v3, 25 seconds. Spikes drop down. Discipline played by DRX. This is tempered. They back away immediately. They don't want to give up any easy fights with how low Bane and Flashback are. Buying time. You hear the plan. It's committed inside. Heat.
Spike planted.
Hell of a job ahead of him. Gonna isolate these fights. Orbital strike. Does not catch it. Haunt is dealt with. One bullet will drop it. Has to reposition. He's worried about every single angle. Flashback was ready. Aim
or more would be fantastic on the final decider map.
Yeah, and money's back up. There's a thrash on either side. Has been earned up. Again, just walking up through the A short angle. There's a lot of pressure though with this util. Bullets flying forward, straight past this one. Foxy9, false confidence maybe. He's peeked out, almost getting the collapse melter. Again, he was trained onto that spot and position, so they do hand over the gun. It was trained, or traded back over, so. And Melzer still has control of lamps this entire time. It gives options for KRU if they do choose to make their way back over.
I mean, kind of, but he doesn't know that lamps itself is clear. He hasn't felt confident enough to pick up the weapon yet. Only now is Melzer full clearing lamps,
Bane.
and the fight is happening showers.
Yeah, Bane. Danger. But again, safely navigated with Shy going to be dropped. No longer has to worry about that backstab potential. Here's a Nightfall going to be utilized. Forced to swing out from Melzer. It's not going to be long for that world. Stopper in the back pocket of Buzz is going to be able to use this one for any sort of win cons here. Round 11, but honestly, again, that patience and discipline on display here by DRX. Not willing to overextend or overinvest. Flashback with the wrap around Adius up. He deals with it. Floating this map against the DRX that have looked competent even at some of the worst times on this map regionally.
Yeah.
Hasn't quite paid off.
Huge ultimates here for KRU. If they want to try to push things across the line and get at least 4, trying to work towards the pistol and close the gap to 2 in the next half, they need to be able to get value out of stuff like the Thrash and the Nightfall.
And I've just noticed the buy. I mean, Buzz has got an operator at his feet. At least he did. He's handed it over to Bane. It's a double up setup. Tasted their own medicine from map 1.
Yeah.
Why not when it's flourishing in this way and form? The peak, of course, it's punished there. Foxy9 sharp. Rifles ready to be picked right back up again. Thrash out and through to Seize and a Mosh. All going to be used. 50 seconds down. Wait this one out, but there's a gap, I think. Bane not actually going to be caught by that one. Showstopper used up and over the top here. Dizzy has to be used to respond, and now Buzz right back at it. Ult of his own, revealed up. Spamming and praying and spraying away. Bane is losing track, but still wrangles the kill. Rifles are there, and they put down these KRU players. Up here, let's get into it. Round 13. Our final map in the series. DRX fully committed. All the bodies over towards B. Tiptoeing their way around most of this one here. They're going to go for a bit of a B split. Most of their players out and through this. The tried strategy. They do this one quite a lot. Up and through, and Shy just didn't know which way to look. The flood attempt met and shut down Heat. He was caught between a rock and a hard place there. There's no chance of him being able to escape. Spike dropped down, a bit of time earned. Buzz layers down that nade just to give him the safety net to be able to get that plant down.
Now into a solid post. Yes, they don't have any util. 3 versus 2. Buzz does not have a teammate to play off.
No, he's very much alone here. If he goes down, there's chances here for KRU. Doubled up. This is what they do best. Trying to take these fights, but again, just tapping away with the damage done. The game IQ just winning that one out for Buzz. It's 3 in a round for him before he's eventually dropped. Kesnit has to do so much here. Tap. And just walking, trying to bait out that peak, not giving anything whatsoever, tapping away. It's no easy fight. Nades re-earned, but expecting that reflank, and right from behind, it's a dagger touch on the sidelines. Another Pacific team make history. Getting close to it before here. Kesnit getting punished with the yaw pickup, but this squad are looking to make their own mark, even though all the spotlights are on this Gen G squad for good reason.
Playing in front of the home crowd, here at Champions in Seoul. And they were the Korean darling
were.
team. And I think that has been overtaken somewhat by Gen G. Can they fight their way out of this one? Yeah, I think they can. I think they're fine.
That's brutal, man.
Performance.
There. Where are you?
Goes from strength to strength.
Really no stopping it. You don't want to slow down here. Showstopper that was earned prior there. Buzz has already got it, and he's going to be using it to pave the way. Set the pace once more. Squeezing through any available players, but Showers is completely vacant. You can just pre-fire this one into the corner, but Fuse runs out still. The plant is down, and that's the important element. KRU not playing for that plant denial, as you see many teams do right now. They're going to have to try and do this one. Got a bit of extra util available at least. Nade, Kesnit. Wondering which way to play this one as well. Just cycling through the weapons as a seize and a nade. Buzz tucked to the corner, still safe and still firing away. Shots fired. Out and through, that's a Showers player dealt with here for KRU. Onto this retake. They deal with Buzz too. There's that danger, but now he's going to be active. Into the fight now. What's the next player to all of this one? Has to watch it all down. MTA at least the tap onto the defuse, and DRX at least forced wide into the open. Plenty of time available.
Not the boom you hoped for.
Yeah, a couple of they come online for KRU to try to deny plant late into this round, but otherwise it's just the utility that you've bought.
Jiggle from Heat, really, he's got that acknowledgement. You can hear the sound cues, but now walking back up. Smoke in their face. Oh, that's a cheeky play. KRU trying to go for that trap play, expecting him to be a little bit deeper onto the line, but it's evacuated, backed away by DRX. They navigate it well.
DRX love inserting Buzz over towards B long and then pressuring short. This is a classic strategy of theirs. And Buzz can either become the backstab lurker or go through the teleport. This time, just choosing to reconnect with the rest of the team.
That's a timer taken by Shy, my God. Just expecting some sort of presence there.
All off the Viper wall.
Yeah. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Injection of fire there for KRU. Potentially even hearing those footsteps, but with the spike drop down, there's no chance. There's more or less here for Buzz. Potential money for his team to buy back up if he keeps this rifle into the next, but he might not even do that. That's nice.
30 seconds left.
Getting cheeky with it.
This kind of free round, though, where Shy picks the perfect timing and gets a couple brilliant kills, that's exactly what the Doctor ordered for KRU. It buys them time, gets them closer to big ultimates so that they can craft some
10 seconds left.
really difficult defensive setups to get through. And it gets them one step closer to making any kind of comeback a reality.
Oh, no. Fire back beneath them.
So they're going to play for the ult orb over towards B long by the look of things. Get a showstopper online early.
Shy's going to be challenged and tested. He's right in front of most of this one. Snakebite at the feet. A lot to overcome there, even if it is against the pistols. And Melter, Tass, which is trying to hold on to control of Showers. Succeeds at that at least, forcing the rotations of KRU. Tap of Foxy9.
Hoping to bait that ult out.
And now they're going to be TP, and they've given up the entirety of the B site.
Can they bait out the showstopper as well?
Could be a victory here for DRX, even if they don't get this plant down. If they manage to pull these ults out of them, Wingman planting. Kesnit to nade, rebounds across and away. Not enough damage, I don't think, to break this one. Mosh pit into the corner. Pound for pound there. Tucked away. KRU going to be corralled into the back of the Hall's position, but they do have the weaponry and still that ult to make usage of. Foxy9 as well with that crash, but might not want to use it. Here's the ult. Showstopper forwards. MTA taking care of Bane, and Rocket not really that necessary here with the rifles. Foxy9 making a decent go. Gotta respect it.
But even more than Foxy9's kills towards the end, it's the fact they dragged out Melzer and Kesnit's ultimates. They've got no value.
All good though. Shy with the ult in his back pocket. Now there's no signs of life from DRX. They are nowhere near this A site. Anticipating that would be potentially the position there. Prowler catching. Thrash going to be used as a squeezing the players out and through here. So has to be that evacuation again from these KRU players. Out through the back, Kesnit. Got to respect that one. It was a haunt up and over the top here with the Nightfall now. Sound cues up and away. Bit of spam, stray bullets. Gliding past one another, barely giving haircuts. But no casualties, not just yet. Plant is down now for DRX. Important element now into the post. Mosh going to be laid down in a deep, committed site control and the hold for them. It's an orb in their face. The Thrash round 2. Sent flying out through elbow. Nobody's sticking to try and at least break that. And everybody's detained. Kesnit can't defend. Players topple, bodies fall, and DRX inevitable to get that 12. Just shy remaining, one to stand. As I said, inevitable.
Way got detained, taken down in elbow.
Careful here.
Last time, Buzz accelerated very quickly through short and tried to wrap onto a Showers player. But everybody was playing off-site for KRU.
This time DRX are happy to, again, play it a bit more cautiously. Slow defaults. It's more akin, honestly. They've been showing this on their attack sides a lot.
Yeah.
Just trying to hold for any deep pushes.
I like it. It's something that DRX, the old roster, never used to do that much. It's why they weren't as good on bind when it came to these global events. But learning from some of the EMEA teams, to be honest, in terms of the style, now approaching these early rounds much more slowly, cautiously. Flashback's got to lurk over towards Showers. Looks dangerous over there, though.
Really dangerous. I mean, either Flashback catches the contact here onto one of these players. It is returned with a fire, but as a showstopper right onto the other side of the map. In through B, and Buzz has gained a lot of ground from it. Just the threat of it, that is egregious by Heat. Thinking he can take that timing back and away, and the Thrash is just dealt with. Broken down, Kesner can't take the timing. This is it, the impetus. DRX know exactly when to strike where it hurts, with an orbital strike earned up as well. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide now. MTA is going to be pushed back from this corner. If any of these players contacts the Thrash, up and around, detainment onto Buzz, that will be the kill. And the angle just not afforded to at least answer back, but finally doubles up, and Shy has to do it all. So much to overcome, not quite possible. DRX with that third map win, overwhelming.
Huge opener for this newer squad for DRX. They've never lost an opening match at a global event, and this team is not going to start now. I think we were all very worried that it was going to be a different tale after map 1. There was possibility of capitulation, the mental fortitude required to get back into this series and play on Abyss and Bind. Deserves a lot of credit for this Korean squad playing in front of their home crowd. And Buzz, you were talking him up earlier, what a performance from him towards, you know, the second quarter onwards of Abyss and all of Bind. He was on fire.
Took over, he was top of the scoreboard in that last map, 23 kills, 4 first bloods, on point. The crowd going to be happy with that one as well. Roaring applause for this squad that, as you mentioned, hasn't dropped an opening game. And Champs not really looking to start anytime soon here. They've managed to battle their way back. And honestly, I think there's going to be a discussion to be had about